Why are you always so quiet? If you have a deeply sensitive soul, you have likely had this question directed to you more times than you can count. Society often makes the mistake of assuming that silence equals emptiness, but the psychology of quiet people paints a remarkably different picture. The truth is, you aren't lacking a voice. You are simply choosing not to share your sacred energy in spaces that don't feel aligned. There is a persistent, misguided myth that quiet people are dangerous or secretly arrogant. However, exploring the psychology of introverts reveals a beautiful contrast. A person who appears completely withdrawn in a chaotic room can become the most radiant, expressive storyteller when they are in a safe haven. It is never about an inability to connect. It is entirely about the environment. Understanding the psychology of silence means recognizing it as an act of profound self-care. Rather than forcing a connection to please others, sensitive individuals practice emotional preservation. Before investing their words, they instinctively scan the room. Instead of wondering if they fit in, their inner voice asks, "Does this space nourish my spirit? Will my vulnerability be honored here? Are the intentions in this room pure?" If the atmosphere feels heavy or artificial, they gracefully pull back. This isn't a sign of weakness. It is the absolute essence of their quiet strength. Throughout their healing journey, many gentle souls have learned painful lessons about where to place their trust. Perhaps in the past, their ideas were spoken over, or their feelings were quickly dismissed. Because of these invisible wounds, establishing deep psychological safety becomes a strict prerequisite for their openness. Empath psychology teaches us that these individuals absorb the energy around them like a sponge. Why exhaust yourself in a meaningless, draining exchange? They prefer the comfort of stillness over the sheer exhaustion of pretending. They engage where they feel deep emotional resonance and peacefully step away from where they do not. When stepping into new environments, they rarely rush to fill the quiet voids. Quiet people, psychology shows that they are natural, mindful observers. They watch the undercurrents of how others interact and treat one another. This deep contemplation is a vital part of their personal growth. They seek to understand the social fabric before weaving their own delicate threads into it. They simply refuse to wear a mask, just for the sake of belonging to a crowd. There is a breathtaking beauty in this intentional way of living. They have mastered the power of silence. When they finally choose to break that quietude, their words are never just empty filler. They have been thoughtfully cultivated. This intentionality is a fundamental aspect of the psychology of people who cherish depth over breadth. So, the next time someone points out your stillness, or makes you feel small for not speaking up, remember this: a quiet soul is not an empty vessel. Your silence is merely a compass, guiding you away from places that cannot hold your truth. You don't need to change your nature. You just need to find the warm sanctuaries where your brilliant, expressive spirit feels safe enough to bloom. If this reached something in you, leave a gentle like it tells me you are here. Subscribe to Soulman Space, and I will see you in the next quiet corner of the internet. May your mind be calm and your heart be light.